Shalom. Koloim Layah Bashim Yahshua Bashim Kakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of the great millstone who rule well, and as always, peace and salutations to the hopeful elect tabernacle of David, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And I want to pinpoint something that can be used against this argument about you not being what your father is. And the Spirit made me do a little research on Jephthah, which was one of the leaders, one of the judges over Israel at the time that we were being attacked by the sons of Ammon. And if you're familiar with the story, he got outcasted from his half brothers because they noticed that his mother was a harlot, and they figured he didn't have any right to the inheritance of their father because they came from a woman who their father actually married. But Jephthah's mother, she was a harlot, a prostitute. So they didn't really consider him as one of the sons of his inheritance. But later on, once the problem became rampant, because you had the sons of Ammon that was putting hell on Israel, they knew about Jephthah's reputation and how mighty he was, so they went back and fetched him out to get him to take down the sons of Ammon. So they made him leader. So they realized that they actually needed this guy even after they outcasted him, casted him out of the house. But what you're going to see is Jephthah was an Israelite of a heathen mother. His mother was not an Israelite. So I'm gonna read it, and then I'm gonna bring out various scriptures, and also I want to bring out some key points contained in some of these books contained by these different scholars. All right. So we're gonna start with it. This is Judges 11:1. It says, "Now Jephthah the Gileadite was a mighty man of valor, and he was the son of an harlot. And Gilead begat Jephthah." Now, most scholars conclude that Jephthah will have to be of the tribe of Manasseh, because when you go to the Chronicles, it has Gilead listed as one of the sons of Manasseh. Our First Chronicles 7:14, the sons of Manasseh, Ashrael, whom she bare, but his concubine, the Aramitess. All right, this woman was of Aram or Syria, the Syrians, right? The same family whom uh, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob dealt with. You see, it says Bear Machar, the father of Gilead. All right, and you jump down to 17. It says, "And the sons of Ulam, Bedon, these were the sons of Gilead, the son of Machar, the son of Manasseh." Now let's go from there to Numbers 26. We're going to go down to verse Salakia, Numbers. We're going to go to Numbers 26 and verse 29. And it says, "Of the sons of Manasseh, of Machar, the family of the Micharites, and Machar begat Gilead. Of Gilead come the family of the Gileadites." So that means that either Jephthah was a direct son of Gilead, which was the son of Machar of Manasseh, or he was a direct descendant. All right, because we know the land of Gilead was given to Gad, Reuben, and half tribe of Manasseh. So that's why most scholars lean towards the tribe of Manasseh. All right. But yet he was born of an harlot woman, which more than likely would have made her an heathen, because according to the law, the daughters of Israel, there's not supposed to be any whores or harlots of the daughters of Jerusalem. All right. So this would have had to have been a heathen woman, which was a common custom among the heathen. Okay. And when you continue to read down, when he got thrust out by his brothers, he ran to a land known as the land of Tob. So let's read down to it. It says, and Gilead's wife bare him sons, and his wife's sons grew up, and they thrust out Jephthah and said unto him, thou shalt not inherit in our father's house, for thou art son of a strange woman. And these Mamzer dudes, they would agree. They would take the same approach. If you was born of a heathen woman, you're not an Israelite to them. You don't deserve an inheritance under our father's house, because you was born of a strange woman, right? It says, then Jephthah fled from his brethren and dwelt in the land of Tob, and there were gathered vain men to Jephthah and went out with them. So what made him run to the land of Tob? When you look up where Tob is, it's right here, which is the Hebrew word is Towab, which means good. And it says a region east of the Jordan, northeast of Gilead, probably Aramean, location uncertain. Now, when you go here to 2 Samuel, the 10th chapter, this is second Samuel 10, and it's back under King David when we was at it with the sons of Ammon at that time. 2 Samuel 10 and 6 is after the king had met some of his men, and he after they got humiliated. They got their beards shaved off, and they cut their garment down the middle that had they butt exposed. So they ran away and told King David what happened, and he told them to wait in Jericho until their beards are fully grown. And this is verse 6. It says, and when the children of Ammon saw that they stank before David, meaning they were obnoxious, to King David, the children of Ammon sent and hired the Syrians, all right, Arameans of Betharab, and the Syrians of Zobah, 20,000 footmen, and of King Maacah, 8,000 men, and of Ishtab, 12,000 men. All right, and that in the Hebrew was Ayash Tawab, which means a man of Tawab, or man of Tob. All right, which is basically the same land, the same region. All right, a region beyond Jordan, north or northeast of Gilead. So Jephthah, after his brothers, ran him away, he ran back to the landmass where more than likely his mother was from. That had a concentration of Arameans. They were probably exiled over there. So his mother could have possibly been a Aramean woman, which still makes her a non-Israelite. Okay, and she could have been a harlot, or like a concubine. But the scripture, according to the text, says she was a harlot, so she was more than likely an Aramean harlot that Jephthah's father laid with and had and bare him with. So because of that, they got rid of him. But later down the line, as we all know, Jephthah basically comes out as a hero and a judge, a leader. Why did they go back and make him a judge over Israel? Because he was an Israelite. You wasn't finna have no heathen as a judge over Israel back at this time. So to you, seed of Israel, explain this one. Okay? Explain that. Now when you go here, let me bring this out real quick. Um, the book is called He Will Rule as God, Ancient Israel History, an Old Testament Commentary. Right now, I'm gonna just read this part. It says Jephthah was also the name of a city in Judah. Thus, the figure could represent Arameans who were exiled to the region of Gilead. In 2 Samuel 10 and 6, which I just read, the sons of Ammon called upon camps of Arameans, including men from Makkah and Tob, for assistance against the sons of Israel. And in this chapter, Jephthah was called from the land of Tob to fight against the sons of Ammon. These men from Makkah and Tob were Arameans who settled across the Jordan. Jephthah's mother and Gilead's wife, the prostitute, most likely symbolizes people from Aram. All right, so it's a possibility that she was one of them. Okay, so that will make her a non-Israelite, and that he came from he was bored through a non-Israelite woman. So what would that make Jephthah, seed of Israel? What would that make Jephthah? Was he still a Gileadite? Was he still a Manassite? And it wouldn't add up if he isn't, because they still made him a ruler and judge over Israel and got them the victory over the sons of Ammon. So explain this one. And I'm gonna close out with that one. I'm gonna give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Until the next lesson, Shalom.